Hi, my name's Lynn O'Shaughnessy. I'm the person behind thecollegesolution.com, and today I want to share with you a step-by-step blueprint that can help you cut the cost of college. I have given over the years countless talks to parents with teenagers, and usually when I start my talk, I ask them a couple questions. The first one being, how many of you are stressed about your children getting into good colleges and universities? And not surprisingly, a lot of people raise their hand, right? And then the second question I ask is, how many of you are stressed about paying for all the schools that your children get into? And I get a lot more responses like, oh my God, and it doesn't matter what audience I'm talking to. It could be middle class, lower income families, affluent families. In fact, I give a lot of talks for affluent families because they tend to be the ones seeking me out. It doesn't matter. Everyone is stressed about it. And it's no wonder, because you've probably experienced this. It's hard to find answers to the questions you have about how the heck are you going to pay for college. And there's a reason for that. The people who you would normally think would have the answers usually don't. First of all, there's high school counselors. Most parents that I've talked to don't realize that they are not trained to provide any college advice. Most public school counselors have to have master's degrees in counseling, but these programs don't include college planning. Hardly any of them do. And if they do, it's just one little elective. And then you would think that college consultants might know something about the money side of college. That's often not the case. Many college consultants are frankly picking schools in a vacuum, where they don't know if the schools they're suggesting are going to give money to their clients' children, which is not a good situation, obviously. And then there are financial advisors who, you can't usually go to them either. Most of them have no idea. They can give you advice about saving for college, right? Like, oh, start at 529 or save for college when your child is little and the money will compound. That's good advice if the child is little, but what if you haven't saved enough and your child's a teenager? And frankly, the financial industry has kind of blown families off because they don't see that there's any money in it. They are more focused on finding people who have retirement assets to invest or high net worth people. So where does that leave you? Not in a very good place. And I understand how you're feeling because I've been there myself. I have two children who went through college. My youngest just graduated in May. My husband and I used the techniques I found in researching it, and it paid off college. My children don't have any loans either. I started searching for answers. I was a financial journalist for many years. Before that, I was an LA Times reporter, and I covered, I thought, every financial topic under the sun. But this one, how when your children are ready to start looking at colleges, how do you stretch whatever you've managed to save as far as possible? And so I started researching it, doing stories for places like Money Magazine, Business Week, Consumer Reports on this issue, and eventually kind of figured it out, what you need to know. And so that's what I want to share with you is I've developed an online course for very busy parents to show them exactly what they need to know step by step to cut the cost of college for their children. And inside the class, what you're going to get, it will include written lessons that I'll have modules, and within the modules there'll be related lessons. You can look at these lessons anytime you want. You can download them, and in fact, the classroom will be on my website, and you will have access to this classroom for 4 months. The class is going to start October 14th through January 14th. So 4 months. You can speed through the lessons, you can take your time, you can go back and forth. It's really designed for busy people who want to be able to learn, become empowered consumers on their own time. Now, what you'll also get is access to me for a full month from the beginning of the class through the mid-November. I will be answering questions in the classroom. So if you have any kind of questions about college, I will answer them. And frankly, I normally don't do this sort of thing. I'm not a college consultant. Lots of people have asked me to do this. I just don't have interest in that. But if I did, I would charge a lot of money for 1 hour. So basically you will get the whole class for less time than I would charge for 1 hour of a private consultation. And then in addition to that, you will be getting to attend webinars. I'm going to have 4 webinars during the 4 months, one each month. The one in December will be earlier in the month to avoid the holidays. And during these webinars, I will be sharing a lesson tied to something, to the class. And then I will be spending the rest of the time just entertaining your questions. So those are the components of the class. You're going to get the written instructions. They are going to be about 3 dozen lessons. A lot of them written. There are some videos in the class. For instance, I have a video takes you through how to use the expected family contribution calculator on the College Board, for instance. That's critical to learn in the class. You're going to need to know what your expected family contribution is. You're going to need to know your federal EFC and an institutional one, and I will explain once you get that, you're going to be able to better target schools that will be generous to your child, and you're going to learn all about that. But using an EFC calculator that's on the College Board is a critical first step for a lot of families, unless you can pay any amount of money, and most families aren't in that kind of position. So for all of that, how much is this going to cost? Okay, it's going to be $199. Which, if you break it up over a 4-month period, is essentially pocket change that you would feed into, a parking meter for 1 hour. That's what it's going to cost. And it's also possible to cut the price. If you sign up for the class and then you refer a friend, colleague to the class and they enroll, then I will cut $75 off the price. If you refer 2 people, I will knock off $150 off the price if they both enroll. So it's a way to cut the cost. Also, as a bonus, for everyone who enrolls in September, I will give you a guide it's probably going to be maybe 35-page guide of great online resources that you can use to build a college list. And so I will be showing websites and then illustrations of how to use some of these websites, for instance at collegemeasures.org, which I really like, or the microsite of the Chronicle of Higher Education, College Completion, where you can get all the 4-, 5-, and 6-year grad rates of any school, plus broken down by ethnicity or race. There's a lot of great websites that I like out there that I will be sharing with you, and will give you this guide as a bonus if you sign up for the class before it starts, if you sign up in September. So you might wonder, well, what if this class doesn't work? Well, I can tell you that I have had some tremendous feedback from the people who have taken my class. I started doing online classes earlier this year because I'd heard from a lot of people who'd followed me on my blog and read my book saying, hey, are you going to do any workshops in our town? Because I've done workshops, in-person workshops, mostly in Southern California. And I decided this would be a way to reach out to more people and to places that I'm never going to be. So I've gotten a lot of great responses from people. One I'll just mention, I just heard from last week from a mom who had taken my class. She hadn't known that she could actually appeal award letters. And so knowing that, she and her daughter appealed an award letter from Middlebury College in Vermont, which is a very elite school. And she ended up getting tens of thousands of dollars more, which allowed her to actually attend that school. And she's just like thrilled beyond belief. And I've heard from many other people who have taken the course, and then people who have over the years followed me on my blog and have taken my advice. And it's really heartwarming to hear from families that have had success, and I just love getting those emails. But getting back to the class, if you don't like the class, I will give you your money back. I'm offering a 60-day money-back guarantee. So no questions asked. If you don't like it, you can ask for your money back and I will refund your money. So what should you do now? Well, what I would like you to do is enroll today, and you can do that on my website. If you're on the page that kind of explains on my website, thecollegesolution.com, you're on the page where it explains this class for parents. All you have to do is hit the green enroll now button, and you'll be able to register for the class. Now, if you're not on my website right now, just head to thecollegesolution.com, and then at the top of my homepage, you'll see Lynn's courses, and you can just pull the drop-down menu and click on the Parents course, and you can enroll that way. So I hope that that you're intrigued by the class, that you want to take it, you want to become an empowered consumer, and I hope you enroll today, and I see you in the classroom very soon. So thanks.